Well, g'day everyone. So in today's video, it is Kahu's first bath.
G'day everyone, I'm Zoe and this is Kahu. This is just a little reminder that I'm not a professional horse trainer, so anything you do see in my videos is only intended to be a guide. So with that said, let's get on with the video.
So for those of you who've been following my channel for a little while now, you'll know that I have hosed Kahu down before. It's just that I have never actually given him a bath with soap and given him a full hose down neck to tail in one session before. So just like starting any horse off for being washed down, doesn't matter if they're experienced or not, I'm just starting off with getting his feet wet, working my way up his legs before I move my way up to doing his shoulders and down his back and his rump and ending with his tail. You will see throughout this video that Kahu will move around a little bit. A couple of times he gets to the end of the halter and he just stands there, and I just ask him nicely to come forward into the pressure to release that pressure. He's still learning how to be tied off, but otherwise he does tie up very well. So even if I wasn't prepping Kahu ready for a show, I'd still feel that this was a valuable skill for any horse to learn, to be able to be hosed down for whatever reason. It may come up in his lifetime where it might be a necessity for whatever reason. So I felt this was a valuable skill, and so I did teach Kahu how to stand nicely and be hosed down, at first just for his legs, and work my way up to doing the rest of his body. Now at first, Kahu hated the idea of running water. He'd keep doing all these little circles and he would not stand. I think it was more the sound of the water more than anything that he was uncertain of. Now with Jewel, I would put the water on her leg and then immediately release it before she had a moment to think about it. For Kahu, this didn't actually work. In fact, it actually escalated this type of moving off behavior more in him. So I had to go about things in a way that I didn't intentionally want to do, and that was to actually keep the water on him until he would stand still, and then remove the water off of him and keep doing this over and over and over again in the space of about 5 minutes, 10 minutes at most per session, and gradually work my way up to doing the rest of his body. Now what this video doesn't show due to time, otherwise this whole video would go for half an hour. We're not going to do that, so I chopped all the bits out to shorten the video and show you the best parts. Kahu never once freaked out during this whole ordeal. The worst that you saw was him just getting to the extent of the halter, and then I needed to bring him forward. But what this video doesn't show is that I was continually stopping, letting him think about it and process the information so that this new experience for him wasn't too stressful. So here I'm setting up Kahu for the first time with a horse safe shampoo that I got from Equiday. You saw it was just on the screen there. If you need to, just go back and pause. I'll also put in the name and company in the description box below. Now you might be wondering, okay, you haven't bathed him before, but he's okay being touched. Why? Well, this is because ever since I got Kahu, I have been regularly touching him and using my fingertips as well to simulate scrubbing him all over ever since I got him. This means that Kahu is already used to this sensation all over him. So the feeling of me scrubbing the soap into his fur all over is only an extension of what he already knows. Now while Kahu wasn't entirely comfortable with this situation, equally, he wasn't in survival mode, so he wasn't panicking, he wasn't constantly pulling back, it was just a little bit of uncertainty. Subtle cues that I was also looking for in Kahu's body language was if his ears were on me. I know that he's paying attention to his surroundings. His eyes hadn't glazed over and gone into this blank stare, so he hadn't emotionally shut down. He also wasn't fluttering his eyes to suggest that he was emotionally overwhelmed and other emotions associated with that. It was just more, okay, what are you doing? I'm not sure, but okay, you haven't hurt me. And it's all body language like this that I'm looking for. His body wasn't tensed up. He wasn't relaxed. but he was, however, still processing the information. Now, part of Kahu's uncertainty in this situation was also because he could hear my puppy at the time barking in the background. At this point, I'd actually only had my puppy literally a few weeks, so seeing my puppy running around like a complete lunatic and barking to match that energy was something that Kahu wasn't used to. He was used to my other dog, Max, hanging around, who was very, very quiet, so all this adds to that stimulus. Now, I could bubble wrap Kahu from this and so that he lives his perfect, quiet life, but that would not prepare him for any experience away from my farm. A show is going to be very noisy, there's going to be people, some shows allow dogs, and there's going to be the barking of the dogs, there's going to be mooing of cows. So keeping him in a situation that is constantly the same, he's not going to learn anything from that. Okay, so that wraps up Kahu's first bath, just a bit of a glimpse into our world. If you have any questions, do drop them below. I'd love to hear from you. And as always, Kahu and I will see you next time.
Don't forget to like, smash that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you can stay up to date with what's going on in our world.